Screen addiction has become a serious problem with people spending substantial amounts of time on their phones.
And some people have a really hard time putting down their phones and relaxing even while they're on vacation. Joining us tonight live is licensed clinical mental health counselor Brianna Perullo of private practice in psychotherapy and counseling to talk about how excessive screen time can affect mental health. Thanks so much for joining us. How often do you come across patients who struggle to put down their electronics even on vacation, and what's the underlying reasons for it?
Lovely to be with you both. I see that there's definitely an overwhelming trend around the belief of self-worth being tied to how online you are, particularly being available. So this is really put to the test, especially when you're on vacation. Work emails, text pings are coming through. You might be a little nosy and want to scroll through. There's an intense pressure of being on, even when you do have scheduled time off.
Have you noticed certain personality types, certain traits that people have that make it more difficult for them to put their phone away?
Yeah, excellent. You know, I could throw all the buzzwords out of anxious attachment and things like that, but I would particularly say people who are in roles that they're being depended on. This could be in a work capacity, this could be in a family system, or the community at large. If I can't do it, who else will? So it's a very hard and tricky balance.
So what do you say to those folks who are like that, right? Who feel like they can't detach, you know, even when they're trying to get some time away?
Yeah, excellent. If you're always on and you can't recharge, you're going to burn out. And for those that you truly do care about, or the job that you do care about doing, and lovingly so, you got to give that energy to yourself and start small to try to decompress.
And then just talk about the addictive nature of many of these applications. I mean, that's the draw.
Yeah, and they do it particularly well. So just like gambling being so compelling, it's using intermittent reinforcement. You don't know necessarily when that text or email or job offer is going to come through, but when it does, you want to chase that good feeling again. Your brain also has that urgency when they see a notification. Hey, it needs me right away. And your attention is ultimately given. So they do a great job at capturing attention.
I guess technology is a tool, right? And we can use it or it can use us. It can get kind of tricky as to which way it goes sometimes.
Certainly.
Yeah, what tips would you give someone? You've given us a few just in our remaining moment here.
Sure.
Any other themes, any other tips you have for people who really feel like they have a hard time detaching?
Excellent question. First step is not actually restricting. So don't go cold turkey. You might have a rebound effect and stay longer on the phone than necessary. Just for 1 week, start noticing what am I looking and searching for, and start with micro changes. So I always say, I'm a righty, use your left hand unless you're ambidextrous, and go and use your non-dominant hand to grab your phone. Start breaking that cycle and bringing intentionality behind your technology use.
What do you think about that, Beth? Use the offhand. That's pretty good.
I would be more cold turkey. I've been cold turkey myself with some of my Instagram, Facebook. It doesn't feel good, and so I really did cut it out. Two key things that you would recommend to somebody who they're giving it up and they're kind of going through the withdrawals.
Sure. Paying attention to what am I telling myself, what's my narrative about being online? Is my importance solely tied to my phone? What meaning and value am I doing outside in those relationships? Can I nurture them more, as well as nurturing myself?
All right, Brianna Perullo, we're out of time. We thank you very much for your time today. Some good information there from you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Have a lovely night.
You too.